Taking a look at the trading week beginning August 18th, the first thing we want to keep an eye on is the results from the summit between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Russia's stock market was already gaining on optimism around the anticipation of a thaw in the Russia-Ukraine conflict following the summit. A peace breakthrough could recalibrate global energy markets, risk sentiment, and safe haven demand, but there's still quite a bit of uncertainty. Key things to look at would be gold, crude oil, and general market reactions to those commodities price movements next week. The Kansas City Fed's Jackson Hole Symposium starts Wednesday night, and it will be pivotal as the Federal Reserve faces growing pressure from the White House to support economic growth with rate cuts. Financial markets will be watching closely as typically around 10 to 15 central bankers from major global central banks will speak at this event. This year's symposium runs for 3 days, and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's keynote speech is traditionally delivered on Friday morning. So far, that's the schedule as we speak. Chair Powell has consistently used the Jackson Hole Symposium as a strategic platform to deliver clear, carefully calibrated messages to the market about the Fed's policy direction. There will not likely be a more substantial thing happening next week than Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech. Earnings next week, we have 54 companies reporting with over $1 billion in market cap, including Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, TJX, Ross Stores, Estee Lauder, Intuit, Palo Alto Networks, Workday, Zoom, and Medtronic. Economic schedule data for next week: Monday's quiet. Only EU trade balance and Canadian housing starts data will be released. Tuesday, building permits and housing starts in the US and CPI in Canada. Wednesday, UK, German, and EU CPI. And in the US, the FOMC minutes from the prior meeting will be released. Also, the Jackson Hole Symposium begins. Thursday, preliminary small to medium-sized business PMI for August from Germany, the EU, the UK, and the US. Also in the US, we get jobless claims again, Philly Fed manufacturing index, and existing home sales data. And then Friday, retail sales in the UK and Canada, German GDP, and of course, Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech that I already talked about will happen Friday morning.